So today is chapter 2 of 15 chapters of Marketing Made Easy, an itty bitty book. And chapter 2 is all about lead magnets and email marketing. So here we go. Most service providers understand the value of growing a contact list. I hope you have an email list because it really does make sales easier. A lead magnet is something valuable that you provide your prospects for free in exchange for their name and email address. The lead magnets have an excellent value for your prospect. They solve a problem that will make their life easier, and it moves your prospect closer to becoming a client. A lead magnet should give your prospect a taste of what it's like to work with you. The lead magnet can be a simple PDF download. It can be an evergreen webinar that you've done. It's a recording that you have. You could put that on a landing page and send a link to it. It can be a video on some relevant topic to your business. And you have all heard that the money is in the list. And it really truly is. When you have something special going on and you send it to your email list, the email list are the people that's going to buy it first. And you need to make sure that you have an email list. And that kind of goes back to in chapter 1, we mentioned your CRM. The email list needs to be held within your CRM. So it's not going to be in your Gmail account under a list called clients. Please don't do that. Use a real email sender when you're doing mass emails. Now I'm talking marketing emails, not one-on-one things with your clients. That is done through your regular email program. Just to be clear on that. But marketing emails, you really need to have that email list. What's the point of growing a list if you don't email your prospects? And I'm just as guilty as everyone else. I have my list. I don't email them that often. I mean, they might hear from me once a quarter unless I've got a sale going on or a webinar I'm promoting or something like that. But I really need to get better, just like everyone else. My goal this year is to email my list more often. Just stay in touch with them. On your list could be past clients that may often respond to emails with new work for you. So an example of this is when I do send a newsletter, I usually get 2 or 3 past clients responding to that email with either they need work done or they know somebody that needs work done, and that work has absolutely nothing to do with whatever the email was about. So what that means is that I'm top of mind because I sent the email. They're like, yeah, we needed blah, 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 blah. And they contact me and look, I've got work. That happens every single time I send out a newsletter. So it's like, Dottie, listen to yourself. Send out more newsletters. Good things happen. Send emails to your list regularly and provide information on various topics. So vary whatever you're sending. Write a monthly educational newsletter on a topic of interest. Feature specials that you may be offering. Provide links to educational topics, whether they're on your website, somebody else's website. Share industry-related news. And so that's it for chapter 2. It was a short chapter. But I do want to say on the email thing, I get feedback when I suggest this to my clients because they're like, I'm going to wear out my email list. They're not going to want to hear from me. And wearing out your email list, and this is a lesson I'm learning right along with you guys, is you're conditioning them based on how often you email them. So if I email once a quarter, which is pretty much what I did last year, I'm conditioning them to only get emails once a quarter. However, when I ran my Black Friday deal, I emailed them once a day for that week prior to Black Friday. And even like on Black Friday and on Cyber Monday, I emailed them twice a day. And I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a problem. But no one unsubscribed. I was shocked. I figured I'd get several people that unsubscribed from that. So it goes to show if you train your list to expect quality emails from you, so you're not advertising a whole bunch of stuff, you are staying true to your business, you're educating your customers, and they expect that, then that's exactly why they're going to stay with you. And when you start sending out your newsletters regularly, so I'm definitely doing once a month this year for just a general newsletter. I always blog. I have educational articles on both of my websites. And in my newsletters, I link to those. I do that for many reasons. One of them is search engine optimization. One of them is to validate my list with my email sender. So when people actually interact with your email, it sends good messages to the email sender. So for me, that's go high level, so that my delivery rates are higher. If no one ever interacts with your email, or if it's going to spam and they're not pulling it out, or if they're not reading it, not opening it, all of that stuff, that goes to decreasing your sendability within your email platform. So the more you can get people to respond to you, reply back, click a link that goes to your website or goes wherever, all of that is a good sign and good signals, and your future emails will have a higher deliverability rate. So there's tons of other reasons, but that's the biggest one. Why don't you commit in the comments, how often will you be emailing your list this year? And if you don't have a list, do you plan on starting building a list? Because I guarantee you your sales will go up once you have that email list. And I will see you tomorrow for chapter 3, and that's going to be basic search engine optimization. Bye bye.